haha, whatever, not that great of a joke, but like, and there was a reaction, strong reactions from the crowd, from my freshman class and everyone in Johnston. It wasn't laughter, it was just clapping. No, that guy yelled, he's in a car. All right. That's Johnston. They're just like so open-minded, yet simultaneously dense.
Buffalo!
Yeah. And that kind of came back and like, cause like I used to tell that joke in back in Oregon, and like you couldn't get that far in that joke. You'd be like, oh, you did that joke in Oregon, so this is what happened. I was like, hey guys, I just found out I'm gay. Yeah, I didn't know. Faggot! Stay! So, there was something huge there. I'm trying to think something new. I just saw The Descent. I don't know if you guys. It's like, okay, isn't it? Okay, here. The reason I watched it is because everybody was like, it's this horror movie that everybody was actually going. It's so fucking overrated. And I was like, I'd watch it because people said it was so overrated. And I like horror movies, whatever. But it's like a bunch of like really ballsy English chicks go spelunking in the stage and run in. It's cave diving, you know what it is. And they go cave diving and run into like a facet of previously undiscovered Native Americans who like echo like bats in the caves. And it's like have been like untouched by globalization until these fucking supermodel outdoor magazine chicks come in and like kneecap them with their pickaxes, and like you're supposed to be rooting for them. I'm like, don't taint them. They're untouched. I don't know. It's like it's the same guy who did the Doomsday. You know, the Mad Max remake, but it's like Scott. Like every fucking end of the world. All the movies. It's you're like, okay, the necessity. Sorry, nature says like societal collapse. First instinct, get mohawks. Just get mohawks and get like a body job done on your car. Subsistence farmers is for pussies. Get a mohawk and just start whacking people. It's the same, dude. I can't fucking like stand like, but people said Descent was overrated, and I was like, overrated? It's a horror movie. Like, what the hell are you expecting? Like, it was pretty awesome. Like a lot of axe fighting and shit. I don't know who's overrated. I'm sorry, your friend got high and went to the theater and like was freaked out by the caveman and came back telling you about this horror masterpiece, and you believed him, so that's the movie's fault. Well, fuck that. You should blame pot, or better yet, you can smoke pot, because that's the only way you're gonna enjoy horror movies. I'm not someone. I don't think pot's for everybody, and I actually hate potheads a lot. But if you can't enjoy a horror movie because it's not believable, sorry, like you missed a stage in your life. You're just choking up. Like, and I used to work for Partnership for a Drug-Free America. Fucking true story. You guys remember our ad campaigns? I guess Partnership for Drug-Free America. It's the same. It's the same league. Like you remember the whole dead child floating in a pool. Just tell your grandparents you couldn't watch your niece because you were getting high. Guilt trip. We did that. Well, we did one that never made it to air, but the one that I wrote was a bunch of like stoners, like college and kids already hanging out on a couch looking bummed out, and then the voiceover comes on. Just tell your friends you forgot the pot because you were too busy getting stoned. I understand. Oh, sigh. I couldn't help but echo that. How many books are alcohol and shit. Percent. Pot. I'm gay. It's all scratched out. That's everything scratched out. I was supposed to do a big ending. I was supposed to pick something on the list. Do a big ending. You gotta pick another joke now, because this is no ending at all. Alright, well, shit. Recapping everything. What was I talking about? Like, someone said, Brian, you were talking about, like, George Bush shot a missile into the Pentagon? You're really abusing your authority, man. Like, comedy is not an excuse for revisionist history. It's just sad. Native Americans died fighting the Nazis in Vietnam. Joking, folks. Joking. Don't be misled. You didn't fire a missile into the Pentagon. Drove that plane himself. No. I just have this thing in my head that George Bush and Barack Obama are actually like secretly best friends. And like, Bush is like, I know the only way we're ever gonna get elected president if I just do the stupidest fucking shit for 8 years. That's kind of stolen from the article. There was an article.
I get it.
Barack Obama was like, wow, these last things. It's true. It's true. Like, I don't care. People say like
God,
McCain
no.
was just as bad as but no.
I hope there's no sound.
Bush,
Oh wait,
fucking-
no, there's
McCain's a
sound.
little kind of crazy and weird, and like I'm gonna stay in a Vietnam POW camp to try and like, as a fuck you to my father. Like that's kind of crazy, but that's not George Bush crazy. It's another planet, man. Like you gotta understand, because like you guys were younger when like 9/11 happened. I was like 13, so it was like kind of like come in. 13 was like everybody was ready to co-opt tragedy because nobody like it had been like 8 years of Clinton. We're all fucking ready. The morning 9/11 happened, I came to high school. I watched it eating a fucking breakfast sandwich. Like, this is sport. This is like movies. When I was on the West Coast, sorry for you guys who are in the East Coast, but like everybody around the country was like trying to co-opt that. We came to I came to high school that morning and they came on the intercom saying, there's been an attack on. This is in Southern Oregon. Small town, Southern Oregon. So there's been an attack on the World Trade Center in the Pentagon. We don't know if Ashland High School is a target. That's what people are like, oh my God, we're all in it together. I so felt, we didn't have any fucking idea people in New York were going, don't give me that bullshit. Like, you just want to co-opt the fear. Because like, it was like the same way that like everybody's was of like naive hope now. It was all fear of errors. Same energy, but just like different paths. Like then it was like 2020, like playing constant shit of like the terrorist training camps. Like, do you know? And it's like all a bunch of like dudes in ninja outfits in the middle of the desert, like on jungle gym equipment. What the fuck? Like, how good the monkey bars do you have to get before you're suicide bomber material? Oh, that's offensive. Hold on, molesting children, but monkey bars. Don't air the monkey bars jokes. We don't put that good. But it's fucking like those. Because those, and I'm sure you guys remember the 72 virgins bullshit. Like, oh, hey, no, they just did it because they want 72 virgins. That's why they did it. It has nothing to do with our geostrategical or regional dominance of their of the Middle East and our support of Israel. It's they're fucking perverts. They're perverts. That's why. It's a little reductive, okay, but like I can't just fucking picture the like interview process for a suicide bomber. I'm like, oh, okay, so I see. You're interested in these virgins? Yeah. I'm just like, well, do you believe in like evil? Yeah, evil West, fucking invisible man in the sky. I'm all down. Like, am I gonna get some pussy? Well, it really comes down to your monkey bar experience. I'll tell you why. Because we're going to fight the Americans on the playground. Iron Sheik's can come out of retirement, fight Turbo from the American Gladiators. They'll fucking leg wrestle for like interfaith dominance. It'll be awesome. It'll be the gayest holy war ever. There's something that's a holy war. No, it is a holy war. Like, oh no, I mean not like, because there's other, okay, there's a but like people say that, and like, I don't know, I can understand. It's frustrating, because I understand it's more complicated than that, but the fact that so many people actually believe it is Christians versus Muslims, it's like, fucking, hey, guys, it's the same goddamn religion. Like, I'm sorry, okay, one of you has one more prophet than the other, but, it's just sort of like, it's like people killing each other with their favorite beer, like, like, oh, John had a message of peace, Paul had a message of love. Well, fuck you, man. Fucking bingo, shut up, you Jew. Right on the hole. And sad, and Buddhists, never a radical Buddhist. All these like radicals in every religion wind up like speak loud and everything. Skinhead, Ricky was telling us some skinhead stabbed the mayor. That's unrelated. Some skinheads. Well, Buddhists are fucking. Buddhists and skinheads. Buddhists do have shaved heads. Not rockers, they're not Nazis. It's hard because I fucking shave my head and people are like. You know, I voted for Barack Obama, but I don't think he's gonna cure cancer. Well, you must be racist. I just didn't like my hair. But Buddhists, like the way you get radical, they set themselves on fire. They're radical Buddhists. That's why they get exploited more than like you think about like Buddhist memorabilia is everywhere. It's really marketed to everybody. That's because Buddhists are the most laid back. They don't get offended. But like the sobe. You remember sobe? The tea drink. I don't know if it's still popular, but they had a flavor.